You're born in a quiet fishing district on the outskirts of Kyoto, a place where mornings smell like miso soup and evenings smell like fish guts. Your biggest dream at age 7 is simple: catch a carp bigger than your arm. But fate doesn't care about your carp dreams. One rainy afternoon, a woman in a blue kimono arrives at your home. She doesn't speak, she evaluates your posture, your walk, your hands, your teeth. She even measures the length of your fingers with a piece of red thread like you're some sort of human craft project. You assume your parents will politely decline whatever she wants. They don't. 10 minutes later, you're sitting in an ox cart with a stranger, while your mother wipes her eyes and shouts advice like, "Remember to be polite," and "Don't kick anyone." Too late. Your kicking days are over. You've just been sold to an Nokia. Welcome to your new family. The house smells like incense, hair oil, and the crushing weight of expectations. Before you can blink, a stern woman with eyebrows sharp enough to slice tofu informs you, you are not here to play. You are here to become valuable. Fantastic motivation speech. Thanks, manager. Your first week as a Minarai, a learning by watching girl, teaches you many things. Your knees are not your friends. Smiling for too long makes your face twitch. Senior Geiko can sense fear like sharks smell blood. You try to help one with her obi knot. She looks at you as if you slapped her ancestors. Lesson learned. One evening, you're told to shadow a senior Geiko at a tea house. You assume you'll carry bags or fetch tea. No. Your job is to sit silently and observe. That's it. Sit in silence. For 4 hours. Your legs fall asleep approximately 27 times. You master the art of reawakening them without screaming. Still, you watch. How she lifts her fan. How she pours sake without looking at the cup. How she laughs at terrible jokes with the elegance of a crane. And something in you whispers, I want to move like that. Your training intensifies. Mornings, balancing exercises that make you question physics. Afternoons, voice lessons, because apparently speaking requires training too. Evenings, dance practice until your ankles threaten to file a lawsuit. At age 10, you learn your first truly traumatizing truth. The hair oil they use for styling, it smells like fermented disaster and never washes out. But there are small victories. You learn how to glide across tatami without making a sound. You learn the difference between 20 shades of red lipstick. You learn how to survive on 3 hours of sleep and pure spite. Then comes the day you're chosen for formal apprenticeship. Not because you're graceful, not because you're brilliant, but because you watch. You see before you move, the house mother says. It means you might not embarrass us. Again, thanks for the glowing endorsement. Your life becomes a blur of rituals. Endless bowing until your forehead memorizes the floor. Tea ceremony drills, where you pour, lift, turn, place each gesture exact. Dance choreography, where your fan becomes an extension of your soul. You train beside 2 other apprentices. One is a prodigy, the other is a disaster. You are squarely, irritatingly, in the middle. Middle children of the art world. But you have something the others don't. Stubbornness, fueled by mild childhood trauma. Your debut, the Misadashi, arrives when you turn 15. Transformation day begins at sunrise when the makeup artist smears white paint onto your face so thick you could use your cheeks as emergency lanterns. You're instructed not to blink until it dries. You fail immediately. Your hair is styled into an architectural masterpiece, held together by prayer and about 50 hairpins. Every pin hurts, but that's show business. Then comes the kimono, layers upon layers of silk. Your arms disappear. Your breathing becomes optional. Your waist becomes theoretical. Walking feels like performing surgery on yourself with every step. But when you enter the tea house that night and all eyes turn to you, you feel it. The room shifts. The air thickens. You are no longer a girl. You are a symbol. Your first performance ends without disaster, which in geisha terms means you did amazingly. Patrons compliment your grace. Your mentor whispers, don't believe them too much. Compliments are currency, not truth. Years pass. You learn how to read a room in a single glance. A tense samurai? Change the conversation. A drunk merchant? Keep the sake away. A lonely widow? Bring softness into the space. You become a master of invisible work. The tilt of a head, the pause before speaking, the perfectly timed smile that says everything and nothing. By 18, you're known for your storytelling. Patrons come to tea houses just to hear your voice. You weave tales from old myths, ghost stories, gossip disguised as parables. Your words are silk threads, and people follow them willingly. By 21, you finally get a night off. You sleep for 10 hours and wake up convinced you've transcended your mortal form. By 23, you secretly save enough coins to buy your own shamisen, not borrowed, not rented, not recorded on the Okia's debt ledger. Yours. Your first real possession. You cry. Quietly. In the storage room, pretending you're looking for a fan. By 27, you train a new apprentice, a nervous girl with shaky hands and hopeful eyes. She reminds you of yourself, especially the constant fear of dropping expensive objects. Slowly, your reputation grows. Tea house owners whisper your name like a good omen. Poets compare your dance to winter snow. Travelers request your company during seasonal festivals. Clients ask you how you stay so calm, so composed, so endlessly elegant. The truth? Your hairpins are stabbing your scalp. Your feet are numb. Your debt is still not zero. And you haven't had a full meal since lunch. But they don't need to know that. Geisha are artists of illusion. At age 30, your body begins sending invoices. Your knees crack. Your backstage is minor rebellions. Sitting for 2 hours in Caesar position? Now punishable by death. But you adapt. You rotate your weight in microscopic shifts. You perfect the art of appearing serene while internally screaming. You learn to say, I have an appointment, which actually means I'm one sneeze away from collapse. Finally, your debt is cleared. The house mother hands you the ledger and says one sentence you'll remember forever. You now walk on your own path. You bow. You try not to cry. You fail a little. You open a small salon near Gion. Not an Okia, not a tea house. A place where music, conversation, and art come together under your rules, your air, your rhythm. By 35, younger geiko visit you for advice. By 38, tourists try to sneak photos of you. By 40, you look in the mirror and realize something. You are no longer imitating the art. You are the art. Not the painted face. Not the hairstyle. Not the performance. The discipline. The elegance built from pain. The skill carved from years of unseen effort. One evening, as you close your salon, you see your reflection in the window. Behind it, faintly your younger self. The child who was taken from a fishing village and thrown into a world of silk and shadows. You whisper to her, we made it further than they ever expected. And for the first time, you believe it. In a world that keeps changing, rushing, forgetting, you remain something rare. A moving piece of tradition. A living echo of beauty and discipline. A bridge between what was and what still matters.